Happy Halloween, everyone! Woo! I can't breathe in this thing. Hold up. Whew! That's better. This thing arrived yesterday. It doesn't have like the eye patch thing, but I like it. You know, it's very good quality. It's got like real metal on it. Whatever. Okay. So I just wanted to make this little holiday video, and actually, Halloween's not even happening this year, or probably isn't. So I'm already kind of upset, especially since they canceled G-Fest. I bought my tickets, and it didn't freaking happen. I mean, G-Fest was just a disaster. I mean, it was literally just like they were just watching Gamera movies, and then with the worst film quality. I mean, I shouldn't be talking about film quality, but it was like these really weird poppy mics along with like all the P's and the you know, and they were just talking about the movies with this, like, it's even worse camera quality than this quality, alright? And it was so bad, nobody was interested in it. I don't know what I just said there. Nobody was interested in it. It was awful. So G-Fest was awful, and then my favorite holiday gets canceled. So screw you. Also, you like that? I like that too. I got it like during the summer. It was on like my 1-year hiatus. Alright. So I just want to make this little quick video talking about horror movies. Let me show you my shirt real quick. Hold up. There we go. Dracula. So, I have a unique history of horror movies. You might say that the first movie I've ever watched is a horror movie. If you count any of the Godzilla movies as horror movies, I don't, because they're not really scary. But, I mean, the first one is a bit scary. Shin Godzilla was a little scary. Trying to think of others. Does Smog Monster count? I don't know. But, yeah. I only really started watching lots of horror movies until, like, I don't know, 5 years ago. And ever since then, I've grown this passion for them. This huge, raging passion for horror movies. So I just want to make this little quick video talking about some cool horror movies that I've watched. And my favorites, the ones that I would recommend to whoever's watching this video. So, let's get into it. Alright, so, movie number 1. It's going to be probably one of my favorites. And the reason it's one of my favorites is because it reminds me a lot of Godzilla. And it's also got some scores from Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm already excited about that. Godzilla for the win. Whoop whoop. And it's called Creature from the Black Lagoon. And it's known as Universal's last Universal monster movie. And the reason it's called that is because it was literally like on the brink of a dying genre of, you know, the golden age of monster movies. You know, they had Frankenstein, they had Dracula, the Wolfman, the Mummy, the Invisible Man, Jekyll and Hyde. They had all those characters, but nobody was interested in them anymore. Nobody. But Creature from the Black Lagoon came out. It's a great movie. It's not that scary. And I think to anybody who wants to start off with horror movies and doesn't like getting scared that much, it's a great movie. It's suspenseful. It kind of feels like Jaws, where you're just waiting for the creature to strike, but it's a lot more toned down, and that's why I personally like it, because it's the movie that got me started on the trail of enjoying these monster movies. And so I saw Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein. That's the next one. I watched it the other day. I really liked it. You know, I tried watching the original, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot more than Bride. but I never finished it. I didn't have the time, so I need to go back and watch that one. But Bride was a great movie. Just wanted to quickly mention that. But I guess the next movie I would say is one of my favorites is obviously Dracula. I love how silent it is. It was like, I do think it was like one of the first first sound films with actual dialogue, but there was barely any music. There was nothing. And Bela Lugosi is just awesome. He's he was just so good. He had this amazing. I don't know what kind of accent it is, but it was an amazing accent, and it really did wonders for the horror genre. And so, right, let's get really old school. I mean, very, very old school. Nosferatu, the silent film. Now, I watched this movie, and I thought to myself, God damn, was it a good film, it's very creepy. It's not jump scary. So anybody who likes creepy films, because I really like creepy films, I think they're 10 times better than like modern horror films, because I mean, yeah, jump scares, I can take a couple of jump scares, but I mean, most horror movies nowadays, unfortunately, I think are just littered with too many jump scares to the point where I don't really enjoy the films anymore. So I like creepy films more. And so Nosferatu was a great film. It's just, I never expected ever watching that film. I never expected to ever watch that film in my lifetime. I wasn't interested in that. I was only interested in Godzilla. Like, literally, the only movies I would ever watch as a kid was Godzilla and maybe King Kong Escapes. Now, next film I have to talk about is the one that got the ratings to be a thing, It's the reason I can't go into a movie theater to watch an R-rated movie. It's the movie that started it all, and it's called Night of the Living Freaking Dead. Now, I have a huge history with this film. I love it. I love it so much. Cool story. A couple of years ago, and I'm super proud I did this. I tried doing it the next year, but it didn't really work out. It was a complete disaster. I grabbed a monitor, and you guys should all do this. It's great. I grabbed a monitor, and I set it up on a table outside. I connected it into the garage. I put a screen on the inside of my window, and I played, guess what, Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead is an amazing film. It really pushes the boundaries of gore, at least for the time. I think it's a very well-made film. I think the makeup is great. I love that that weird corpse that you see, and you never really get an explanation, but it's a really weird corpse. And it's just, the filming was great, especially with a little kid. That was creepy. And it's just a film that you can always go back to and watch and really get spooked. And it's a great suspenseful film, and the ending has some balls. It's really got some balls to it. And I think the last film I need to talk about, and what's the time on this thing? 9 minutes, okay. Last film I need to talk about is a film that I recently saw, but I really, really liked it, and it's called The Quiet Place. New one's actually coming out. I saw the poster for that at the local movie theater. Didn't think any of those were open still, but I got there. And yeah. So basically, in this film, this family, so it's basically post-apocalyptic, and the creatures are blind, but they have advanced hearing. And they're amazing hunters. And so what you have to do is you have to stay silent the whole time and make sure that they do not hear you speak, and it's bad. Okay. Oh, by the way, by the time I'm uploading this, the elections are happening in like 11 hours. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna love it. And so, basically, I don't know. I just think it's a great movie. It's got a little bit of jump scare in it, a little bit of a fear factor. It's not that suspenseful, but I don't know. I just really like it for some reason. I think it's a very well done film. It's got good production, nicely filmed, great movie. Right. So I think to top off this video, I would say I would like to talk about this movie that I saw the other day, and I was down here in this room. I was searching Hulu, and I found this film, and it's so weird. It's called Mom and Dad. If you've seen this film, you know what I'm talking about. It's a great film, but it's it's very wacky. But anybody who hasn't seen that film, that's my recommendation. See that film. You will be pleasantly surprised on how darn good it is. It's a great film, you know? It's very suspenseful. It's not that scary, but it's very, very suspenseful. It's one of the most suspenseful films I like to watch for Halloween. So, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. Hold up. Happy Halloween, everyone. Oh, hold up. Let me adjust real quick. There we go. How's that look? Oh, that looks great. I love this thing so much. It's pretty high quality, too. And, so, happy Halloween, everybody. It's my favorite holiday. Happy Halloween. Please, be sure to like and subscribe. Check out my Instagram, of course. I'm posting lots of pictures of my dogs and a couple memes on there, so check that out. I do have a Twitter now, so I got that. Just look up Whisk Official on Instagram. And yeah. So be sure to like and subscribe, share, turn on bell notifications so you can get an update in the next 2-3 years when I eventually upload again. And see ya.